Oh, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live. Excuse me. So, hey, good afternoon. I wanted to just touch bases on what you guys talk about accountability. Um, it's been a big discussion topic for me outside of YouTube world. And I don't care about none of that. So, what is accountability? I'm looking up the actual definition. Oh, let me just say this. I'm at work, so I may mute the mic or get quiet or something, just in case. Um, I got a lot of downtime, but just in case. So,
Hi, excuse me.
told y'all, hold up. There we go. So, accountability is a quality or a state of being accountable, right? Accountable is giving subject to giving to an account answer, capable of being explained. So, for me, accountability is accepting and honoring things I've done. And as with all my words that I like to look up, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. Like if I pick up a shift, I have to hold myself accountable to go to that job, right? So, excuse me, y'all. I was just eating some Oreos. I mean, like scarfed about, you know. So when I think about my past, my history, you know, when I was actively drinking heavy and my mental illness wasn't being managed, no therapy or nothing. I didn't take it like, okay, I know I got to take care of my kids. Okay, I know I got to pay the bills. A lot of my accountability didn't really have anything to do with like work, kids, whatever. It was dealing with a lot of people. Um, and I still struggle with that sometimes. Like, I still have to check myself, you know, because people are like, oh, I say I don't come and then don't go. And it's like, maybe I shouldn't say I'm gonna go if I don't want, if I'm not sure. So I still do that now, but yeah, my past, I didn't take it into consideration to be accountable. It was kind of just like, okay, and or this is me, just deal with it. Or I mean, why can't somebody else do it? It was always a lot of excuses, and the hardest thing to do throughout my sobriety journey is to do my steps. These steps because I've done the 12 steps twice. And the first time, accountability was very hard for me. Now, with my sponsor, when we do go over things, because I'm one of his babies that don't need a lot of attention. Hey, to whoever just joined, I lean like the bare minimum, when I need him, because I have a male sponsor. The female's about to lose their mind. Y'all be all right. But when I need my sponsor, he know I'll come. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sis, happy Saturday to you. And so I'm talking about accountability. And with him, he taught me how to be accountable. And that's by being honest and truthful. So instead of saying, I'm going to come and then I'll show up, just say, I might come or I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Or even sometimes what I let you know could be misleading. So his term is always, we'll see what happens when that day comes. Oh, this lady about to come ask me about the freeway again. Okay. You don't slow down, okay? It's 5:04. Happy Saturday. Thank you, ladies, for joining. So, yeah, if I sound funky, it's because I got a mask on. And, child. So, yeah, when I think about accountability, those are the things that I was taught. I'm feeling okay. I'm a little irritated, though, because I picked up at this facility and it wasn't noted that I would be taking care of COVID patients. Yeah, I know, I'm a nurse, but it allows me to be more prepared. You know, um, usually if I know I'm taking care of COVID patients, I make sure I have my own personal soap or whatever. Uh, I always wear a head cap on my head now, but like my own personal soap, my own personal hand sanitizer. I like to wear my own personal N95 mask because my face is a little smaller. So the general ones, they be too big for my face, but it's cool. I make the best of it. I have an N95 that they provided, but it's huge. So yeah, that was their job, not taking accountability, responsibility for the staff that's coming in. But it's cool. Work is it's going well. It's an easy day. So I was like, let me get on here and go live and just talk some crap for a minute. And so my crap is accountability. I've found, excuse me, that people really don't understand what accountability is. Everybody talks about responsibility. It's a little different. You can be a responsible parent. You can pay all the bills, but can you be an account? Can you hold yourself accountable for things as a parent? Like you doing good with your kids. Make sure they go to school, do their homework, whatever. You ain't paying attention to your kids though, for real, for real. So your son or daughter go to school and act out. Is it their fault or is it your fault? Because at some point you got to hold yourself accountable. Well, I'm not spending enough time with them, whatever, whatever. So that's kind of like an example of being accountable to me. On top of like I said, telling somebody you're gonna do something, you don't do it, and you know what? It ain't just about other people too. Like you have to hold yourself accountable to things that you want to do for yourself, personal goals, um, ideas, self care. And I tell people all the time. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish because if you're not together, what do you have to offer everyone else? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Like if I'm not together, nothing around me is gonna go right. So I have to be accountable to myself and make sure I do those things that keep me even keel. And it was funny because I was talking to my best friend last night, and she know I take accountability for everything. That's one thing I do. I mean, I can cuss you out and I apologize, and you could have been dead wrong, but I'm gonna take accountability for the fact that I let you get me mad, whatever. Yes. Hi, Tisa. Well, thank you for coming. I actually have a real channel where I discuss real sobriety. I try not to put it out there though because, it's been a lot going on with these folks. And I want them to think I'm copying off of them. Anyway, um, I support them, but yeah, this is a whole different ball game over here. So yeah, it's like three or four other people that popped up and they didn't know that I had a channel. I guess I'm hopping on in the algorithm, which is a good thing. This mask is so hot. I want to go outside. One of my staff members went on break. Oh my God, Tisa, thank you. I appreciate it. And you about to have these folks out here. They about to be, they tails about to be puffy. They feathers gonna be ruffled. So what I got you here. I'm recently doing my last live. This is going to be a shorter video. So um, next week on the 10th, I am actually doing an interview about sobriety on a channel. It's a pod. They do a podcast and they have a YouTube channel. So they'll be interviewing me and talking about my journey through sobriety. Um, and so that's going to be exciting. And then someone else has reached out to me. I think they want me to come on and do a talk with them about sobriety because this gentleman, he just celebrated 11 years of sobriety. And then a person that I'm doing the interview with, the podcast with, he just celebrated 34 years of sobriety. I mean, and it's crazy because everybody that I personally associate with has at least 10 years of sobriety. And when I say sobriety, I also say recovery. I don't say recovered. And it's already, it's a play on words to a certain extent because a lot of people quit drinking or quit smoking or whatever, but they don't fight them demons and get themselves together mentally and sometimes physically or emotionally. So yeah, they be sober. I mean, y'all can say y'all sober, right? You ain't have a drink for 2, 3 months. Girl, I'm sober. What you talking about? Or y'all, you go somewhere and they're like, girl, you had a drink. No, I'm sober. What's wrong with you? But recovery is different. And so I personally surround myself with people who are in recovery. Um, and these people also take accountability. Yes, it is. It is. And like I said, people kind of they look more towards responsibility and don't pay enough attention to accountability. Um, that's hard. When like I said, when I first got sober and I did my steps for the first time, it was just like, what do you mean? Like it might have been something like, he cheated on me. So why should I be held accountable for my actions? Like, he cheated on me. And it's kind of like, well, what did I do? I probably did something. Tisa, I got some videos back, but I've been sober for 2 years. I've been in recovery for 2 years. Um, Let me give her some background. I have a sponsor. I am a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. I am a true alcoholic. I have a sponsor. I do not as much now, but I have two sponsees. I help in the recovery fellow world if as much as I can. I watch podcasts. I do other stuff. Like I said, I'm just about to do an interview. Like for me, I'm in recovery. I'm in recovery. Still read the big book. Uh, I read the big book like once a month. If I don't physically read it, I listen to the audio book. Like I'm in real recovery. Not to discredit nobody else. Because I talk about Demetra in every live. It seems like, so proud of her. I know that it's hard. It's hard. Um, but I believe she'll get it. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I'm at work, Tisa. So yeah, that's what it is for me. But I don't claim, okay, this is a sobriety channel. It's a lifestyle channel. Because like I'm at work, you know. Sometimes you hear me hanging with my kids. And that's usually if we at home. Like if we out and about, I don't need to be on the internet. But I also just talk about other personal development type things too. So just to give you an idea. Um, so yes. Oh, more getting in it. So y'all know I'm going to the Bahamas. Y'all know I'm going to Egypt in 2024. So we just decided to add next year because we didn't have any plan. So we're gonna take the kids on like I guess like an expedition. So we're gonna go to like Disney World, Universal Studios. And I forgot the other place. And I think we was kind of finished off at Myrtle Beach before we come home. And that's gonna be for the kids because like this cruise that's in November is for like the older kids, like and adults. The little ones are not coming. And then of course Egypt, it's just me and my best friend going because we're the only ones that like stuff like that. Well, as of now. So I love to bring you guys good news. My best friend had told me about a week ago. She's like, you should try working in like a clinic or like a school or something. Um, thanks. I thank you for the support. I can't wait to get 500 subscribers so I can share everybody else. But have a good day at work. I'll see you around in the YouTube world. Be safe, Teason. Thank you. So I went out on a limb and because I've never been that 9 to 5 person. I've never been a morning person. I mean, since I got sober, I've changed. People, places, and things. So I said I didn't want to work like evenings or night shift anymore. And so I'm like, girl, I ain't about to work at no clinic or whatever. And I'm like, you know how I am, and I ain't quit smoking yet. Um, and so a school nurse position came up, and I was like, let me apply. Let me just shoot them my resume and see what happens. Girl and gentlemen, they called me back the next day, and they was like, we need you to send in all your paperwork, blah blah blah. They was like, you got plenty of experience and or whatever. So I took care of that. And so August 22nd, I'll be starting my job as a school nurse. And the hours are so perfect. Like even on the days where I may have to come in a little earlier, it still works with me and my children's schedule because my daughter's school, they have a program where you could pay. Um, it's like a daycare program, and I could drop her off as early as 7. So that is so cool. I'm really excited, but I'm also nervous because I've never worked with pediatrics in this way. It's always been like hospital nursing home, something like that. But I actually found some information on YouTube, a couple of channels that were training, and I bought me a couple of books. I bought the DSM manual. Don't worry about that. That's to kind of give you information about mental health. And I bought some books that I could take with me. So, like if a situation presents itself, I could kind of use the book for reference. So, I know the tools, but I'm still kind of like, okay, this is gonna be different. And my best friend, she's like, girl, bye, you've been in the healthcare field by yourself for 20 some years. You know, with all you know is patient care because that's all I do know. I never worked at McDonald's. I never worked as a telemarketer. I never worked at Walmart. I never worked anywhere, but I started off as a dietary aide in a nursing home. So this is patient care is in that whole is all, nutshell is all I know. So that's another good thing. Today is my husband's birthday. I wanted to take him out. He's like, no, you get off at 9. It's too late. I'm like, dude, you didn't turn 67, but you know what? My husband is an old man. I tell anybody, but he bought his business. But he's an old man. I be having to really get him up out of his shell. Because he is old man, and I'm like the wild, rambunctious one. Remember accountability, all that. I'm the kind. Like sometimes I even had to check myself now. I would do something like go on Amazon and spend $300. Mm-hmm. But see, in my mind, I'm like, ooh, I got my best friend something. I got the kids a couple of things. I got something for the house, a new kitchen thing, a new bathroom set. Like, it's with a purpose, but it's just random. I had to check myself. That's that self account. I had to check myself. Like, what are you doing? Right? And another thing that happens with accountability is that when you start soul searching, which I've been doing recently, the accountability kind of steps in as long with responsibility and acceptance and having to go back and just reevaluate things. And that's why I think the steps are so important. I've talked about them before. Um, I'm going to do a little video where I can probably share and talk about them. It's going to be more formatted. I know I keep saying I'm going to do a lot of videos. I try to keep up as much as I can. Some topics just end up going out the window. But that's why the steps are so important, though, because it's a lot of importance and value to the steps. It's a personal journey, although everyone does the steps. Once you start really getting into your recovery, your journey kind of shifts. Like you have your tools, but you still kind of got to live your life. Um, and that's how I was taught. My sponsor was like, your sobriety is your sobriety. You can't do what I do. You can't go back out there and be the drunk I used to be. So, if that makes sense. Y'all, that's kind of how it is. Oh, I had to breathe. I had to take this mask off. So, that's how I was taught. So, that's kind of how I do it. Sorry if y'all hear a bunch of shuffling. I had to take the mask off for a second. So that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, any crazy background noise. I don't know. I haven't figured out how to edit videos to that point yet, and I don't really don't have time. But it's because I'm fumbling with the mask. So yeah, that your sobriety is your journey, and I get it when it hit different, but I get it. Like, oh, hold up, y'all. I had to close this door. These people, my patients starting sundown. Hold on. Everybody want to go to work or pick up their kids. So yeah, so like for me, with my one sponsor, I tell her all the time. She be like, "Well, what should I do?" And we talk about the situation, and I ask her questions because I really don't tell her what she should do. I believe that, like with me and my sponsor, we talk about the things, and honestly, when you sit down and talk about things and take accountability and kind of just, peel the layers of the onion off and just kind of go through it, you get your answer. You know, it makes sense. So a lot of times what happens with her, just like what happens with me, I say the wrong thing, then it'll be like, no. But I don't tell people what to do. I don't. That ain't my thing. So, yeah, I just wanted to chat for a minute, talk about accountability, maybe hopefully give y'all something to think about. You know, if you have questions, I don't think anybody has concerns. But if you have questions, you got any information you want to promote as far as sobriety and mental health goes, you can leave that in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. As far as the podcast interview goes, I'm only giving the people the information that either email me or DM me on Instagram because I don't know who's following, who's not, and this is not the platform for all that. My platform is not the platform for all that, and all the other platforms I associate with, they ain't on all that. Like, that's a whole nother world. It's professionalism. You're gonna see people in real recovery. We talk a little mess. You know what I'm saying? We ain't we. I'm really um warning. But some of it's PG-13 or whatever. Some of them it just depends. But yeah, it's a whole nother ball game. And I share those people. I share the links to their channels if you're willing to go look. So I do post them on my channels, and as well as some other content creators that I like that I've been watching since I came over to this side of YouTube. So yeah, and of course I'm gonna make sure I share all the links to all the different websites. AACANA. Even though I'm AA, I still think that you know those who have different addictions or whatever, if they don't want to do AA, they still have those options. And I always like to say, and I know my family gonna get tired of it. I love y'all, but I always have to make sure I tell you guys getting sober and getting mental health help it does not have to be taboo. You do not have to be ashamed. You can get it, and no one has to know because there's a thing called anonymity. So the fellowships talk about anonymity as well as when you go see a counselor, a psychologist, or psychiatrist. They are not allowed to share your information. When it comes to like the fellowships, AA, NACA, you don't even have to share your real name. I'm serious. Like you can literally go in and be like, "Hey, my name Tony," and this is what they're gonna know you as. If you get a sponsor, you get serious and you start working the steps and get into the recovery of sobriety, that you branch over to recovery. Yeah, you may tell your sponsor your name or whatever, but you could be Tony, just old Tony. You'd be Tasha, and nobody would know anything. Even if you go to treatment or rehab or whatever, I didn't. I didn't go to treatment. I detoxed at home because I didn't want to leave my kids. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to leave them. You can do that. There's no receipts. I don't know where they get that from. I don't know why they doxing themselves. When it comes to sobriety and recovery, there are no receipts, especially if you go to AA and AFCA. The closest thing you'll have to a document is if you like our court, you have to go through the courts and they have to sign your sheet to verify that you've been to the meeting. But there ain't no receipts. Let's get that out there. Please pass it along. There are no receipts if you go to AA. The only receipt I got is a big book and my certificates when I do my speaker talks. And I'm not showing those. Hi, Coco. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for subbing. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, dropping down and saying hello. I appreciate it. Oh, Tisa. Tisa about to have me out here, y'all. I still need to get with Tisa though, because I want her to give me some ideas about this cruise. Because I'm going in November. But it still be kind of hot out there in Bahamas and all them places in November. So I kind of want some ideas of like cute, comfortable stuff. Oh, I forgot. I can't see what y'all see because I'm on my phone today. So yeah, don't forget that what I just said about the anonymity, and there are no receipts to prove that you're in AA. And honestly, because you have an anonymity, and that's an oath that we all take when we say we're members. I mean, people gonna be people, right? And people gonna be people, right? But technically, like a real talk, if they respect you and you're serious about recovery and the fellowship and the traditions and all those things, they're not gonna. They should not tell your business. Um, Coco, I was just introducing myself. My name is Ladon. I am. Um, my channel is about personal development, and I talk about like different things: family, spirituality, lifestyle. Once I get my house together in the area I want to be, and I may be on cam doing like different vlogs. So I do my nails, my own nails, and little stuff like that. I love to shop. I love to read books. That's what I owe y'all. I got to show y'all some of the books. I swear, because I told Behind the Bar I was going to do it. So that'll be my next live, um, to show y'all the different books I read. Myself, I'm agnostic. I follow the philosophy of Buddhism. And I'm like, I take away from all philosophies, cultures, and religions. But I'm an agnostic, not an atheist. I do believe there's something. I just don't take to a religion. So that's just a little bit about me. I'm a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. I've been sober for 2 years. Um, what else? I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I was just telling them, thank you. So, yeah, I was just telling them I do an interview next week on Wednesday, um, on a podcast. So I was telling everybody who's serious, they want to hear it or see it, they can either email me or DM me because I'm not just going to put the website out there because, again, I don't know who's following me. I want to refer. I don't believe anyone is following me. That's crazy, but you never know. Um, so that's it about me. I'm actually at work because look, I finished my little work I had to do. Thank you. At like 1 o'clock, and so I was sitting here like trying to keep up. I was nodding off. I was watching Kimmy, and I mean, I think Kimmy was watching me. It was crazy. You get tired though. These days be long. These 12-hour shifts are long, and even if it's not real busy, it's just long. So I was like, you know what? Let me take a quick break, go for a walk. Sitting here, I'm like, I'm gonna just go live because I don't have to get up until 5 o'clock and finish the second half of my day, which probably won't take long. So yeah, I have started to do the panels, but I don't know how I'm going to do that because, like, based on what I see, it's some heavy hitters out here, and when certain people go live, that's where everybody at. So I have to find a certain time for me. I know when I start my main job, I'll be home by at the latest 5 o'clock, depending on what kind of errands I run. I like driving home and going live. I ain't gonna lie. I did it when I was going to school, and I like to, kind of talk to you guys when I'm riding home. But I don't think that is kind of more. I want it to be more of a formal way. Um, I still been telling my sisters that I want to do a panel. I want to get together and we all do a panel, talk about different things on here because we all have something to bring to the table. Especially when you're talking about age ranges. Like, because me, I'm 38. I got people that's way older than me. I want men to be in the mix of that because my channel was just not about women. It's not as being in recovery. I want everybody to be able to have a opportunity to have a voice and to be able to communicate. Especially consider I have a male sponsor. The girl's gonna be mad about that. But if if they go back and listen to some of my old lives, which is very long, I think I'm gonna download some of them and chop them up. Um, there's some people that just came in that I can't see, but welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Even if you just drop down for 1 minute, just like, share, subscribe, and you can go. I get it. I do it all the time. Um, he pretty much kept me in AA because there was some things going on, and I was like, I can't do this. And it wasn't even like that person. It was just drama with people. I was like, oh, it's too much. It's too much. So yeah, I couldn't think of nothing else. So guys, just think about accountability. Look it up, research it, watch some YouTube videos, anything, but try to look into it and see what you can find out and see how you can apply that to your own life. Yeah, yes, thank you. I believe so. Before I finish accountability, y'all better read. Coco, they know I'm scatterbrained. Like, I be on topic, but I get off topic because I still try to talk to the chat. So basically, I kind of I kind of started fumbling with my channel some months ago, like February, something like that. And I was starting to do, but I kind of just didn't want to because I was in the beef sector a lot, in the black sector, and you know what that give, and with a lot of situations because I do talk about recovery and sobriety because the start is sobriety, and then you get into recovery. Um, I just was like, dang, I don't want people to feel like I'm copying off someone or I'm trying to be like someone else because that's not the case. But I know how people do. Read, hey sis, Read, I was in your live and I'm at work and the Wi-Fi would not let me stay in. I'm sorry, but you had me cracking up for the little time I did hear it. Superwoman, hi, thank you for dropping down. Accountability, self-awareness, responsibility, truth, and compassion are the key traits I focus on. And Superwoman, those are the key traits right there. That's it right there. That's what the goals is for all of us. And I swear when I did my steps and I kind of started looking at things and the role I played and I had to go back and make amends to a lot of people. But those steps taught me that like how to just kind of be like, okay, what did I do? Or how am I letting this affect me? Like, I try not to say these days, they made me mad. Or he broke my heart. Because they didn't have to make me mad. They didn't have to make me mad. Like, say for instance, me and Reed get into it. I get mad. Reed just like, it's a drag. I don't drag though. I'm just using Reed because I love her. She's like, she just be dragging the hell out of everybody. I get mad, but she's just dragging and having fun. So did she make me mad? No, I make myself mad. You know what I'm saying? And so those are a lot of those, and that's minor, but it can go so far. I remember last year when I got in my car accident, I was in a hit and run accident. Yeah, Superwoman, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I remember I got in my car accident, and for the first time in my life, I was able to say, it's okay, I ain't drink. I didn't drink. I was just like, that was that. I went home, I took a shower, and went to sleep. And then I woke up the next morning and went to the hospital. But that's one of those examples, like, and I'm not even mad at the person. It was a hit and run. They still never caught the person, and I'm not mad. You know, as crazy as it seemed, how they hit me was I was in the right side lane, just going about my business. They was in the left side lane, and people always turning, and so they was trying to go around the person that was turning. Hi, grandma. Thank you for dropping down. Thank you. Hi. Um. So, and they were like in one of those, the U-Haul trucks. So, Tisa got everybody coming in here. I'm so happy. Thank you all for coming. So yeah, the guy, there was like, the U-Haul trucks. So you got the small box truck and then you got the medium one, and they was in a large one. Thank you, Reed. They was in a large one. And they hit me. Like they just slammed right into me. And not only did they hit me, they dragged my car. Like my car was literally dragging. Right. So it was devastating. And it happened right next in front of a hospital. So that was crazy. So I remember just being so nervous. And a couple of people came and it was like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." I'm just like, I can't believe the person, drove off or whatever. And so like the one lady, this lady, and I'm so grateful for her. But I told her next time, I was like, "Don't do that." She followed the people and got the license plate number or whatever. So I went to I didn't go to the hospital. I went to the police department and filed and everything. And I was really upset. And I remember calling my sponsor. And I was like, I just got in a car accident. He was like, "Well, are you safe?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm safe for the most part." Um, just a little shaken up. And I haven't, like, I've been in one car accident when I was younger and I got thrown out the window. I was 12. So, like, as far as me driving or whatever. And so I just sat back and I was like, you know what? It's okay. I ain't got a drink. My sponsor was like, "You cool? Just go to the hospital." And I had glass and stuff all over me. So I went home and took a shower. And it was funny because, like, I went home, took a shower, and went to bed. As soon as I got up the next morning, I went straight to an AA meeting, and that's just the kind of things you go through. But when I look at the person, I think back and I was like, because people was like, "You making excuses for?" I'm like, maybe they didn't have car insurance. It looked like a work truck. So maybe they was working. The truck probably ain't legal. Maybe, if they didn't have insurance, what was the point in them stopping? Maybe they really didn't see me, And so, like, I played the tape back. And I mean, it's unfortunate. My only thing was, I mean, that's me being me. I probably was like, "All right, look, it ain't too much." But I know some people would have been mad when to take them to court, so I understand. I just didn't rule them out as a mean and cruel person. I kind of just was like, something was off. But it is what it is. I'm still here. I'm still sober. So that's all that matters, right? But I mean, and that's just one example of one of the things I've been through since I got sober. And I've seen people get out here relapse for less. So they relapse because they lost their job, And I mean, that's just not me. I try to stand strong and helping me. What helps me is talking to you, talking at me, and whomever, because it allows me to say something. And I meant to say, because I always say this: if I say some crazy stuff or something I say is not accurate, please tell me. I don't know it all. I do not claim to be a doctor. I'm not a medical professional on YouTube. I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm not none of that. I'm just a blogger. So yeah, um, I don't know. So like, what do you guys think outside of the book? Because I am going to do the books. Ree, I need the link to your website to get those books because I like reading books. I mean, like I read a new book every month, sometimes two. Right now, I'm reading The Art of War and the Viola Davis book. How is that happening? because that Viola Davis book is pretty intense. It's real intense, and then all the wars just kind of like it's a little intense too, and it's hard to understand. So I try not to read too much so I can kind of absorb it and take it in. Because like for me, when I read certain things, I like to take it in. I have some things that I read for entertainment, and some things I read because I want to take it in. They ain't ready yet. So yeah, I need to your website. And if you guys know any books that you've read, and I don't do like Sister Soldier and all them hood books. I really don't do those. But like if it's somebody I know that's writing them, I definitely want to support. I bought some of them books for them stupid old conscious dudes in the conscious community. They say this one dude. I bought his book. He kept promoting it. I get this little book. It's about 30 pages long. Okay. That's simple. Okay. It's about 13 pages long. I ain't gonna put him out here because he a YouTuber, but he be in the content sector on Sinetter and all them. That, I'm like, damn, I paid $15 for a damn pamphlet. The Cheesecake Factory menu was bigger than this book. Like, yes, I do a lot of audiobooks. I tell people all the time too, it's like YouTube, some of these channels, like I have hundreds of audiobooks saved to my playlist on top of what I have with Kindle, and I just got hip to Barnes and Noble. So yeah, I do audiobooks. Yes, I do. Um, my email and my Instagram is in my about section. I make sure I put it. So yeah, I was just so irritated with that dude. Like it was a pamphlet, and then I got to looking at it, and it was kind of like whatever. Like I didn't even read it because it was just like stuff I already know. It wasn't anything exciting. It was literally a pamphlet. So is you doing a new Michelle Obama? Because she just came out with a new one. I just I'm looking to get the Cicely Tyson autobiography. Girl, yeah, them old people in the country sector, they be doing the most. Like, and I have my things that I do believe in, but they on some trash. Had me buy that damn pamphlet. Then they talking about he sell clothes and shoes. Okay, the old one. Cool. You know what? I might go ahead and buy that, and I see what it's hitting for. Because I want to do a book club, but like I guess everybody has their own thing going on. But the Richard Pryor book, oh snap! I found the Angela Davis book, so that's in my cart. A couple of books she did, and I found the book. I don't know how legit it is, but a book is a book about what's the dude name? The dude, Black Panthers dude. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. Is it Huey P. Newton? I got a couple of books on Malcolm X. And also people are like, oh, well, it was written by white people. I don't care. A book is a book is a book, as far as I'm concerned. Girl, no, I'm gonna show you when I do my books. Say get the people ready for dinner. Okay. I got a few more minutes. Yes, a pamphlet. Like I said, the Cheesecake Factory book. I mean, menu was bigger. Oh my God, it's so hot. Like I forgot to pack my face wipes because again, I didn't know I was gonna be in the COVID unit. And these masks is how I have oily skin. It just gets so worse when so much worse when I had these masks on. So you know what, Reed, I'm actually so my best friend just told me that one of these days coming up is actually um book day or read a book day, some kind of little day. You know, they come with all these days. And so she told me she wanted to give me a few books because you know I like reading them or collecting them because you can always read them, but collecting them. It's cold where you at. It's like 90 degrees outside in Cleveland or close to it. I can't go, but I literally said it was gonna be 86 degrees. Yes, I'm gonna leave that comment by Superwoman pinned into the end of the live because that is, she said, she put it what I was trying to say in words. You guys know I'm still getting used to going live and having these discussions and talking and not being scatterbrained because I could be real scatterbrained. Oh man, where you at? You on the West Coast? Yeah, it's like okay, yeah, that makes sense. Um, I live well into the inner city, like so it's crazy because when it's warm, it can be warm, and then when it's like really cold, like in the inner city of Cleveland, it'll be like 3 inches of snow, and then out where I live at, it can be like 5 to 7. Right, right. It's real toasty out this way. So that's so crazy. That's the only thing I don't like about Cleveland. I tell people all the time, oh man, yeah, 62 is kind of crappy. Yes, I was gonna retire. I want to retire in a place where it's not as where it could be snow or cold, but not like it do in Cleveland. It could be a mess out here. So y'all don't have to read all it back. So last time I announced some things, I'm gonna re-announce them again. So I did talk to you guys about the podcast interview that I'm doing next week. I'm going a couple other things I had planned while I wasn't really going live, just doing my shorts mostly is I'm going to the Bahamas in November. Next year in June, we're going on like this, like a little excursion with the kids. We're gonna go visit 3 different states. We're gonna stop in Georgia. She just texted me about the aquarium. I'm like, yeah. So we're just gonna go to Florida, do Disneyland, Universal Studios, and then maybe hit up like a motor beach in the Carolinas or whatever. And you can't because I love being hot. I think it has a lot to do with me getting sober. Things just hit differently, but I like it. I like the sun anyway. It does something for people with mental like depression and stuff. So yeah, so we doing that next summer. Then in 2024, me and my best friend we're going to Egypt, and then in 2026 we're looking to go to. She want to go to Greece. I'm all for it though, because it's beautiful. But that's what she wants to do. So we'll see. Um, I was telling them how I got a job as a school teacher. Thank you, Miss Glamour. It's pretty much 2 years. It's 2 years. Um, I say 2 years. If I don't, everybody be fussing at me. Like some people still count months and days. I stopped counting days after 90 days. Sobriety. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna be a school nurse for the first time, and I don't care about telling people my damn career. It is what it is. I worked hard to get my to become a nurse. I ain't gotta hide that. I don't have nothing to hide. So yeah, those are a few things I'm working on, and of course my sobriety and different things like that. Yeah, I like being hot. I'm gonna tell you when it get to snowing in Cleveland, and sometimes we have times where that snow would be it be snowing every day. It gets yes, ma'am. Thank you, thank you. I try to be modest about it, but I know that's part of my journey, so I definitely want to talk about it. But I try not to be flamboyant with it. Um, and when I speak on it, I speak on my journey, what's happened, but I want to make sure I put information out there. Like if you go back, girl, yeah, she want to go to Greece. If like all of my videos, not the shorts, because you can't put much on the shorts. I make sure I put in my description box all the information that they can use to maybe get mental health help or, do things with sobriety or whatever they want to do. They have different links that they can click on and kind of see what they can find. And also read. I know you will put it out there. In Proud Grandma, they have now a number. It's a national suicide number, but they also help you with other resources if you need it. It's 988. You just dial 988, and they'll connect you to somebody that can help you. Thank you. You're right. Y'all right. I just try not to be. I guess I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth. You know, especially after what I've been seeing recently. All I can say is I hope, people with addiction and other issues, like, I hope that they get themselves together. But unfortunately, the Most High don't pick everybody. I hate to say it, but they don't. In these 2 years, I've seen so many people relapse. They die. They end up permanently, disabled, strokes, heart attacks. Because it ain't just death. Drugs and alcohol can mess you up. I watched listened to a podcast on a guy who got drunk and killed two people driving. He did 17 years and he's cool now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because the people he killed were people in recovery. They were people in recovery. Ain't that crazy? And so, like, when you look at those things, so I tell people it's so many levels to that. And I hate to see a person sick and suffering, but I also can't stand a manipulative addict because um, I have addicts in my family. So I know what it is. Unfortunately, I can't deal with them, but I'm around. So I get it. But I think now it's time to really shed some positive light, on what's really going on as far as recovery goes. Because at first I was kind of scared. So I'm like, I don't want nobody to relate me to anyone else. I don't want to be related to pro black people. I don't want to be related to the conscious community. I'm a sucker, so I can't do the beef sector. I don't like arguing. Yeah, I don't like arguing because I like the fight and I can't separate the two. So I can't do the beef because I'd be ready to fly out. I've been telling my husband, look, I'm about to fly to Georgia. I can't do that. And I'm serious. Yeah, I can't speak for nobody else. Yes, that is so true. Oh, cool, cool. You know, I think people who have worked with people with in recovery or dealing with it, troubles with sobriety, you guys have so much input. Yeah, you have so much input. It's always good when I'm from an outside person looking in. You guys bring something to the table, and I don't like. Some people believe the only way you can help someone in recovery is if you've been in recovery. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Some people do. I don't. Because even before I got sober, like, I took care of plenty of people that had issues, and I would always refer them to the social worker who would then try to get resources from them. And I knew nothing about recovery. So yeah, what, Reed, and that's what I had to come up with. That's the conclusion that I came up with. That ain't no need for me to hold myself back because of something somebody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth gonna speak for itself. So you're absolutely right. Guys, I did a panel with Behind the Bar. We talked for about an hour, I want to say. It was so fun. He was asking me like a bunch of questions, but I enjoyed it because I was able to have a conversation and be transparent about, my sobriety, different things about YouTube. I was telling him, like, I'm familiar with some sectors, but like I don't know a lot because I kind of just transitioned. I'm a nomad, basically. If I claimed the sector, it'd probably be like something like personal development, whatever, because ain't no sobriety sector. You go look at my page with all the sober people. Ain't none of them talking about a sobriety sector. Yes, ain't. I'm serious. If you go look at my about page, there are people that's in serious in recovery in it, and none of them. Shut up, Don. Shut up. Just if you want to know the real, just look at my page because that's why I keep saying it. Just not Shay, just look at my page. Yes, I am a virtual nomad. Hey Shabo, hey sis. How you doing in this weather? Cause it is hot. Yes, I'm a nomad. I can't claim a sector. I can't do the conscious sector because they frauds. I can't do the B sector because I don't like to argue. I can't do the black sector because I don't like to argue, and I don't want nobody flying out, doxing me and flying out to whip my ass. And like some of the other sectors, but believe it or not, a lot of the other sectors have drama. Like the makeup community had issues, the natural hair community, like they have drama. Girl, I'm at work. I'm at work. Yeah, I can't do it. But glad my you show did like blue lips baby ass up child. I watched it and then had to go back and watch it again. And I'm newer to your show. I'm just like, ooh wee, ooh wee. Something wrong with that lady. Yeah, I give people nicknames if I'm going to kind of gossip a little bit. So like she's blue lips baby, and then you got Methiana. They kind of go together. uh, yeah, so everybody gets a nickname, but I don't give them too much attention. Somebody's like, well, why? And I was like, because that ain't what I want to do. But yeah, being behind the bar it was a good talk. Baby, he have a lot of questions, but they're valid. You know what I'm saying? It's not inappropriate, and I like the way that he asks them. The way he speaks is neutral. So what y'all in the air conditioning? I need some coffee. You know what I always say? I'm only gonna be live for like 10, 15 minutes, especially because like I ain't playing no music this time. And so like and then to be like the first few minutes ain't nobody gonna be in. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this little thought out, get it out the way. And then y'all come in and y'all be holding me hostage. But I love y'all. You know what, Glam? And I can tell based on how you were talking. Like sometimes, like even you don't have to have a person in your face to kind of feel where they're coming from. You just watch them. And yeah, I was just like, ooh wee, ooh wee. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a beefer. Like I would like talk mess, talk about fashion, kids, you know. But yeah, I'm not into all that. So yeah, I'm like, okay, all right. She got a little spice in her. She get a little spicy. Hmm. Oh wait, so the fish lady, her subs came out right. It was like 12K. Is that true? I ain't gonna lie, I do feel good to cuss Mug out. I've been trying to tailor off the vulgarity, trying, but now I just put like it was a explicit language video. I just put that. Nobody gets a name on my channel. I'm not, unless you family. Oh, let's see. So I can't do it. I'm gonna have to do it when I get off. So and there's like you, Grandma, she got a page. Check out Read the Heart of Philadelphia. What problem? Grandma, they all got pages. Um I'm not sure. Hood Therapy got a page too. I'd call her doing a few little panels. I'd be in the clouds. So yeah, them few people, check out their channels. Make sure you subscribe and all that. Reed, I really thank you for sharing me. And Tisa, oh my God, I thank you too for sharing me. Oh my God. Hi, Miss Pam. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, and guys, listen. Y'all can just call me LaDawn or Lala. Because everybody be getting tongue tied trying to say my whole name. It'd be so funny. Thank you. So you can just call me LaDon or Lala. Hood, you know what? It was cool at first. I was able to kind of joke, laugh. But I'm passionate about certain things. You know I am. You know how passionate I am. And I just hate misinformation. So we gonna get into it. I think tonight, when I get home, I'm gonna start hanging up my stuff, my background, um, so I can kind of start really getting into some lives. I also want to do. I have a copy of the NA Big Book or whatever, and I have a copy of the Alcoholics Anonymous Big Book. So I do want to do some topics out of there, kind of discuss some things, because the great thing is the information can also help non-addicts and alcoholics, and it can help you, have you find a way to deal with your people. Sorry about that. I got all the ladies in here, and all of y'all my faves. Believe it or not, like before I knew y'all had channels, and I used to see y'all talking and typing. I was like, I like her. She's cool. So I gotta go back to work. So I don't know what my husband has planned. Like I said, it's his birthday. So um, he said he won't do nothing, but that might change. But I do get off kind of like at like 9:30, and we don't drink anymore. He stopped drinking when I stopped drinking, so it's kind of like all the other stuff we don't do it no more. Thank you. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I seen her. I was watching her the one couple of days ago. The one she did. It was like real late night, and I was cracking up at her. I was. Allie, hey sis, my sister Sag. I am. I am. I'm gonna get out here and kick it with these residents. Um, they fun. I like memory care. They don't remember nothing, and they might repeat themselves, but they be having when you get them together, they have a good time. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to work. So somebody go live, so I have something to listen to. Allie, was it? I caught parts of it, but I had company, so like, and I tried to red ball it, but I was tired. I know I had to get up this morning. Did you? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, somebody go live. So I had something to listen to. It's been kind of dead. Like I said, I caught part of Reed's live, and then my iPad started acting crazy. Me and Allie got this kind of Sagittarius relationship. You know, it's funny because I could be real bubbly too, and I be singing and dancing. Yeah, I be singing. Don't judge me because that's what I'm about to go out here doing with my patients. Sing and dance. Hello, Grandma Love Nelson. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. I seen that you subscribed too. Thank you so much. Allie, oh, she was cutting up, wasn't she? I'm sitting up here acting like these people don't really care about what I'm doing. Like I can't take y'all with me. Yeah, Reed was she was doing a little something something. Cutting up. Okay. Okay, so that'll be 5:15 my time. Mm-mm. Yeah, I seen that live. I just like, ooh. Yeah, about to hear a bunch of nurse noise. But yeah. Let me get off this damn live. So she'll be going live in 15 minutes. So that'll be cool. I will see you all later. Talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Yeah, she said 2:15, so she on the West Coast. Yeah, Allie has a way of saying things because of how she talks, how she sounds. I'm not even that bright. It's just because the way she speaks that people be like not hearing her. I be catching it all. I be sitting back like, ooh, wee, ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know. Like I like them. I like sometimes I like them when they're not doing being messy. Like when they just doing. Some people can't drag, so they just doing regular content. I enjoy it. They get to being messy. I can't take it. Ain't nobody answering me about the fish lady. Oh shoot. I should take a picture for y'all to see. How you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, it's going. I'm here still.
Okay. All right, y'all. We'll meet at on Grandma's channel. Thank you all for coming out. I probably sound real crazy now. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all soon.